the Dynasty Madden League grinding 365.
Welcome to Power Talk. It's your boy Houdini, and I got in the building a special guest today. What's up, Ness?
Yo, what's up, man? Houdini, man. It feels good to be back, you know? How's everything?
Yeah. After a long break, we finally back, and we got a lot to talk about today. A lot. It's been an interesting few weeks in the Dynasty. A couple of big time names up there on the list. And we're gonna get into this power talk and talk about the top 10 so far. And we in week 8, right?
Yep, week 8. Well, we just finished week 8. We're going into week 9. I want to give everybody a disclaimer, just letting y'all know that these rankings are based upon straight numbers. Me and Houdini do not care. We don't have any personal relationships with anybody. I mean, we do.
I don't like none of y'all.
Yeah, this particular power ranking is based upon what you have done on the field, offensively, defensively, and key thing, your opponent's winning percentage. We know you don't have anything to do with that, but you still have to play the game.
Yeah, and starting off at number 10, we're gonna go with Darkness and them Raiders. How they looking to you this year, Ness?
Well, Darkness is doing his thing. You know, he comes in with a 5-2 record currently entering week 9. His offensive points per game, he's ranked 17th in the DML, and his defense is giving up enough points where he comes in at a ranking of 13. We put him at number 10 because of that. 6-2 record. Sorry, Darkness, I won't take your W away from you. It's just won last night. But his opponent's winning percentage is 35% at 21 and 39. So that puts him in at number 10.
Yeah, Darkness, he a surprise to be on the list, but he always starts off good. It just later in the seasons, he's inconsistent. And so we're going to see how he uses Raiders team, and hopefully he can stay on the list. And then coming in at number 9, you got yours truly, Houdini, with them Browns at a okay 6-2. We're not where we want to be at, but we making adjustments and we getting there. What you think about me and these Browns?
I think you're a young stud here in the DML. Your offense puts up numbers. Having you ranked at putting up the 4th most in the DML. Defense is, steadfast at 15th, and your opponent's winning percentage is 39% at 24 and 38. The thing about it is, we had you a little higher, had you at number 6 prior to Saturday's loss to those nasty Noop and that Vikings.
I don't even know what happened.
I know what happened. I watched. That boy got some defense out there in the Netflix. So we didn't want to drop you too far. Still within the top 10 at 6-2, but that loss it hurt a little bit.
Hey, it's my first time ever being put on the rankings list in my whole time being in the Dynasty. So I'm just glad to be up here after being snubbed like twice before. So being up here, that just makes my day. And then coming in at number 8, we got the real KP and them Chicago Bears making a surprising 6-2 start themselves. What you gotta say about this team, Ness?
Again, we got a lot of users that have, that they're steadfast with their offense and defense. They're either offensively gifted or defensively gifted. Here we got the Bears and the real KP coming in at 12th for offense and defense for 6th. Again, when I'm mentioning offense and defense, that's points per game given up. Each points per game given up. A lot of people have the motto of bend don't break, so therefore yardage doesn't really matter because some users will give up 300-400 yards, but if their person only scores 7 to 10 points, I'm going with the points.
They're doing their job. Yeah, I was really hesitant with him getting the Bears, but he said that's his personal team, so I knew he was going to take a little more into it and go harder. I'm surprised seeing him at 6-2 with a lot of young pieces on that team. And then coming at number 7, we got Tight Work and them Dolphins. Starting off strong, falling off to 6-2. But how you looking at them, Ness?
Well, being my fellow division mate, I played Tight Work twice, finishing 1-1 with him. He definitely adapts very well. I like what he's doing. He's playing ball. Again, another top 10 offense and coming in at number 9. And the defense ranked 12th. He's definitely moving the ball with Geno Smith. We all know how bad quarterbacks work, so you got to play within that quarterback's strengths. He's actually playing very good competition. He's tied for first with another user on this list with a 29-32 opponent's record at 48%. So he's playing top tier competition, and that's what catapulted him, along with your loss, up to.
Yeah, Tywork, he lost Jay Cutler and Tannehill. He's still balling with Geno. So I gotta give him a lot of credit for still making that work and turn nothing into something. And then coming in at number 6, a surprise for everybody. We got the big homie with them Seahawks at a staggering 6-1. What's your take on this pick?
The big homie is doing this thing out there in Seattle. You know, people said that though the Seattle Seahawks are too old, this, that, and the third. He said it don't even matter. He gonna do his thing. You know, it's 6-1. The thing about this particular position is that he's 6-1, and the reason for that is his opponent's record is 13-38 at a staggering 25%, which on this top 10 list is probably the easiest schedule out of all the users on this list. So therefore, I mean, his offense is 15th and his defense is 9th. But I'm looking to see what he's going to do, because the second half of his schedule, and quote me on this, he has the Cardinals, the Falcons. The Cardinals are looking good with their running game. You know, he's 2-6, but he's something. He has the 49ers, who just beat the Eagles, then the Eagles, the Jags, then he has the Cowboys. So we'll see. First,
that's an 8-8 record.
He has a gauntlet coming up, as we call it in the DML.
Yeah, I see him going 8-8 to end this season. Hopefully, that's a motivation right there. And then coming in at number 5, we got my division rival, Addy and them Bengals. How they looking to you, Ness?
I mean, Addy's playing ball, man. His offense, 32 points per game. His defense is giving up 16, putting him putting him 5th in the DML. He's 6-1. His opponent's winning record percentage is 18-33 at 35%. He says that, and I'm sorry, 7-1 because he won last night. We're going. I'm sorry, 6-1. We're based upon weeks 1 through 8. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But what he's doing is, he says Madden is on his side, but you only got one loss. I feel like Madden is loving you right now, Addy. So
Only thing I gotta say about Addy is he lost Joe Mixon and Andy in the last 2 days. So I'm just licking my chops to play him again. I can't wait.
I hear that.
And then at a surprising number 4 to a lot of people in the league, we got Hot Tub coming in at a 6-1 when this was recorded. And how you looking at them, Ness?
Okay, so basically, again, letting you all know, this is all numbers. It's a formula that I put together, and if anyone wants to see how I did it, I can gracefully post it or send it out to anyone. We based this upon Hot Tub is 6-1 when we went about this particular list. He had just lost to the Redskins, which dropped him down. His offense is 2nd, his defense is 3rd. But as you'll see as we progress in the list, his opponent's winning record is 19-33. That puts him at 36%. So therefore, by process of elimination, he has the weakest schedule that he's playing at the highest level. So, you know, we were taking that into consideration. Hot Tub is one of the top users in the league. He doesn't say much. He just wins games. But we also have to take into consideration the scheduling too, because as we know, we can have a lot of people who seem good one year because their schedule is favorable, and then the next year when they play some competition and get the DML gauntlet, you know, they go 1-15, 2-14. So
yeah,
I take scheduling very seriously.
Yeah, speaking of scheduling, coming in at number 3, we got Laura Farquaad and them Falcons talking about easy schedules and not much competition. I feel like Laura fell into that favor this first season. Not saying he's a bad user, but I feel like he had an easy schedule so far, and seeing how he's gonna do with those Falcons is gonna be pretty interesting. What's your take on this on Laura and the Falcons?
Okay, again, I'm just basing mine on numbers. I went through everyone's schedule up to week 8, and I've added, you know, their opponents' wins and losses, divided it by, you know, the number of wins, and got a percentage. So Laura Farquhar actually has a harder schedule than Hot Tub. Yeah, his opponent's winning record is 18-28 at 39%. His offense is 5th in the DML, and his defense is 2nd. Again, 2nd, not He's second in points given up per game behind those Vikings. Offense wise, defense wise, for points given, yards given up, he's number one. So I want everybody to make sure they understand that points per game and yards given up per game. Okay, but he's 6-1. He's doing his thing. He has a very, very Super Bowl ready team. Some would say that his one loss is kind of a product of EA. I know the few losses, Houdini. That was a fair win for you, man. But he definitely has to get that land together, man, because it's across.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's hurting a lot of people's games. I know the Colts is going through it right now. His land.
He broke a controller.
Yeah, he did. That controller like $60. So Colts, big up to you, man. And I'm glad you're safe.
Yeah. And then coming in at number 2, we got the leading MVP candidate, Melvin Gordon, headed by that boy good in them Chargers. How they looking to you so far, Neff?
That boy good. My man, my fellow Shippensburg alumni. He is doing his thing. He had a bit of a slip up by 1 point to tight work 43-42, but he definitely ran all 5 straight after that, showing us why he is that boy good. His offense is 6th, his defense is 5th, and the key thing about this is that puts him at number 2. His opponent's record is 29-31 at a staggering 48%. So he's playing the top of anyone on this list, and still is 6-1 at this current time. So, in Melvin Gordon, he knew something that we didn't know. He did his research in the offseason before high stakes. He chose the Chargers at number 2, and look at the power rankings. He's at number 2.
Yeah, a surprise pick for a lot of people, and he's making work of it by getting them to a 7-1 record so far. And then coming at number 1, my old division rival, we got King Vitamin with them Jaguars. What's your take on Vitamin being number 1?
I think it's well deserved. There's nothing that he can do about it. He's 7-0. There's no way in the world that any ranking should have someone with 1 loss above someone that has no losses. I don't care how weak the schedule is. He took his schedule. He hasn't been beaten. His offense is 7th. His defense is 4th. Granted, he has the weakest. He has the second weakest schedule, but he's still 7-0. I couldn't fathom putting someone above him that has 1 loss. His opponent's record is 14-33 at 29%. But again, the second half of the schedule will determine if we were correct in ranking. Well, we are correct in ranking him in this first half, but we'll see how he goes with the second half.
Yeah, he got a tough second half coming up. He got me. He got Addy. They got a couple other tough opponents coming up. It's gonna be interesting with I think Leonard Fournette's still out, and battling with Blake Bortles. That's just gonna be an interesting task all season to watch.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, are you what you were saying?
No, just to play off you real quick. Yeah, he got you. He has the Chargers. He has Addy. He has the Colts. He has the Seahawks. And then he has the 49ers. And I'm not sleeping on the Texans and expert because he's about to catch his. Don't let the record fool you, because last night he looked very impressive. And the Titans, even though right now it's currently 0-7, what we do in the DML, we play spoiler. We don't tank. We don't give up. We play till week 17. So I feel as though he's going to put it all out there, and he may shock the world, which to me, formidable opponent.
Yeah, he got a nice matchup with the Jaguars, so it's going to be interesting to see how that folds out. But there you have it, folks. Our top 10 brought to you by the DML Network. No opinions, just straight facts. And it's your boy Houdini checking out with your boy Ness.
Yeah, everybody, we need likes, comments, subscribe to our channel. We got great content coming. Shout out to our commissioner team. With the
great work.
All the hosts. The DML is coming, everyone. The DML is coming. We'll be at EA Play. We are doing what we need to do to stay the number 1 PS4 league in connected franchise.
The number 1 league overall.
February League of the Month. Act like you know.